Okay, this is lesson 3, practice problem key. I didn't assign number 1, I don't believe, to you, but I just wanted to talk through it a little bit. They're asking you to draw a scaled copy of polygon A. You could have done that with a ruler. Or I think the main thing is just to realize when it has a scale factor of 2 that it would be a larger shape. And then B has a scale factor of 1/2, so what you drew should have been half as big. It's going to be smaller. And then C had a scale factor of 3/2, so it should be 3/2 or 1.5 times larger. So I'm just quickly going over that. So make sure you understand what happens depending on what the scale factor is. Does it get bigger? Does it stay the same? Does it get smaller? If the scale factor is 1, that is when it is a duplicate shape. It's going to look exactly the same. Okay, quadrilateral A has side lengths 6, 9, 9, and 12. B is a scaled copy with the shortest side of length 2. Well, if the shortest side is 2, so then the side that's 9, to go from 6 to 2, we're multiplying by 1/3. So 9 times 1/3 is 3, 9 times 1/3 is 3, and 12 times 1/3 is 4. And I want to know the perimeter of that shape. I would add 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2. And you would get 12. Now, some of you another way to have done this would be to find that scale factor, which was 1/3, and then multiply the perimeter of this by 1/3. So 18 and 12 is 36. So if I took 36 times 1/3, the scale factor, I would get the perimeter of that next shape. Same thing. So 2 different ways. Perimeter is a distance around. So if you need to write that to remember what that is, that's one of those math terms, distance around a shape. All right, number 3, we have a polygon on a grid. Now, I did some crazy drawing on this one, but draw a scale copy of this polygon that has a perimeter of 30 units. What's the scale factor? Well, if the perimeter of this one, you're going to add it up, is 3 down the side, 1 here, 2 here, 1, 1, and 2. If you add those up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you get 10. So the perimeter of this one has to be 30. Oh, I'd have to multiply by 3. My scale factor must be 3. Okay, and then I went ahead and drew it. Right there. If you count it inside, you should have 30 squares. And then number 4, we got Priya and Tyler are discussing the figures shown below. Priya thinks that B, C, and D are all scaled copies of A. And Tyler says that B and D are scaled copies. Do you agree with Priya or Tyler? Well, you should not agree with either of them because only D is a scaled copy. If they're going to change, then every side has to change. And look at A to B. It got bigger, but this side is still the same. This side is still the same, so it's not a scaled copy. And if you look at C, this side is twice as big, but this side is the same. This side is the same. Then we went twice as big, but then we got the same, and we got the same. So that isn't one either. Every side has to be twice as big, which is what happened in D. It is 2 times larger.